When you're thinking, you're actually listening. And here's the disturbing part. Who exactly are you listening to? That voice in your head, the one that narrates, doubts, rewinds, and fast-forwards through a life that hasn't even happened yet. Do you really think that's you? If you're the one hearing it, maybe, just maybe, you're not the one speaking. What if you've been wrong this whole time? What if you're not the thinker, but the witness? Not the storm, but the sky behind it. The awareness watching your mind spiral like a caffeinated monkey in a glass box. The part of you that's quiet, still, suspicious even, wondering why everything feels so noisy when nothing's really happening. The problem isn't the voice itself, it's that we've let it run the show, unchallenged, like a dictator with a microphone and no sense of time. While it obsesses over past screw-ups and future maybes, real life, your life, is slipping past moment by moment. You're breathing, but you're not here. You're moving, but your mind is dragging you like a puppet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch the voice without buying its drama. We're going to peel it off like a costume and see what's left underneath. Maybe, just maybe, you'll find something terrifyingly beautiful yourself. Not the version in your head, but the one that's been quietly waiting behind the noise. This is where it begins. Your mind loves to talk. It doesn't care if it's right, kind, or even relevant. It just needs airtime. It's like having a personal commentator who never shuts up, never gets tired, and somehow knows exactly how to ruin your peace at the worst possible moment. But here's the twist. The more you try to silence it, the louder it gets, because it feeds off your attention. It thrives on your belief that it's important. But step back just for a second. Don't try to change the thoughts, just watch them. Let them move across your awareness like headlines on a news ticker you didn't subscribe to. Should I text her back? I'm such an idiot for saying that. What if everything falls apart? Great, thanks, brain. Really helpful. But you're not those thoughts. You're the one noticing them. And in that noticing, something happens. Space. That's space. That's freedom. The first crack in the illusion. The moment you stop being the actor drowning in the drama and start becoming the audience in the balcony, calm, distant, clear-eyed. You see the script, you see the patterns, and you finally understand. This voice isn't your enemy, it's just noise, familiar noise, habitual noise, but noise nonetheless. So don't fight the mind, don't negotiate with it, just stop dancing every time it plays a tune. Watch, witness, let the thought be a cloud, and you be the sky, vast, untouched, unbothered. And once you've seen through the noise, once you've tasted that space, there's something else waiting in the silence. Deeper, older, heavier, the stuff that doesn't speak in words, the stuff that hurts, emotions. Thoughts are annoying, but emotions bury you. They don't just whisper like the mind does, they punch. They wrap around your chest, tighten your throat, hijack your breath. And the worst part, most of what you're carrying isn't even about the present. It's old grief dressed in new clothes, fear wearing today's date, pain from 10 years ago that still thinks it lives here rent-free. You think you're suffering because of what happened, but no, you're suffering because you won't let it go. You replay, you analyze, you keep digging into the same wound like it owes you something. And each time, your nervous system relives it like it's happening now. The past becomes a loop and your body becomes a prisoner. But here's the quiet truth no one tells you. Emotions are just energy. And energy wants to move. So let it move. Don't suppress, don't label yourself because you feel heavy. Just notice. Here's anger. Here's grief. Say hi. Feel it fully, but don't put on its costume and walk around as it. Let it rise. Let it ache. And then let it leave. Pain only sticks when it isn't allowed to pass. But if you stay open long enough, it always passes. That's not some spiritual slogan. That's biology. And yeah, letting go can feel like dying, because part of you, some identity stitched from pain, does die. But what's left after? Space, lightness, you. Not the version that's constantly bracing for the next emotional punch, but the one who can finally breathe. And now that the weight is loosening, we can go even deeper. Because underneath the emotions hides something even more seductive: control. Control is the sweetest lie we've ever swallowed. We crave it like oxygen. Plans, lists, scripts, expectations, little rituals to convince ourselves that chaos won't touch us if we just hold on tight enough. But here's the paradox. The tighter you grip, the more everything slips. Life doesn't follow your script. It never asked for your spreadsheet. How many times have you rehearsed the perfect outcome, nailed the speech in your head, predicted every variable, and still, life showed up drunk, uninvited, and laughing at your itinerary? The weather didn't care about your picnic. People didn't follow their lines. That thing you feared, it happened anyway. That thing you wanted, still pending. And in the space between your expectation and reality, that's where suffering grows. You can spend your whole life trying to fix, force, and manage every detail, or you can surrender, not in weakness, in strength, in wisdom. Surrender isn't giving up, it's giving in to something bigger. It's saying, I've done my part. Now I let go. You still act, still care, still show up, but without the panic, without needing the universe to obey. Picture this. You're standing in a river. You can exhaust yourself trying to push the current backwards, or you can float, breathe, and let it carry you somewhere new. Control is resistance. Surrender is trust. And when you stop wrestling life like it owes you something, a strange peace takes over. But don't get too comfortable. We're about to open the final vault, the heart. Most people think they're protecting themselves by closing off. They build walls, wear masks, keep their feelings zipped up in emotional Tupperware. Safer that way, right? But here's the cost. You don't just keep pain out, you keep joy out too. You become numb, guarded, technically alive, but spiritually sedated. And all because you're scared of being seen, really seen. But let's get honest. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the most gangster move there is. It's standing there, heart open, knowing full well it could get shattered, and doing it anyway. Because you're done living half a life. You're done letting fear pick your path. An open heart doesn't mean naive. It means brave as hell. It means feeling everything. Yes, even the stuff that hurts. And choosing to stay soft anyway. So how do you open your heart when it's been locked up for years? You don't break the door down. You breathe. You remember what you love. A person, a dog, a moment. That warmth you feel. That's your heart reminding you it's still here. Let it expand. Let it spill. Let it touch the parts of you that forgot how to feel. Do it again. And again. It gets easier, messier, better. And when your heart opens, the world shifts. You stop performing and start connecting. You stop hiding and start living fully, honestly, wildly. It's terrifying, and it's everything. So now, with your mind unhooked, your emotions loosened, and your heart cracked wide open, there's only one place left to go: freedom. Freedom isn't a beach. It's not a paycheck, a passport stamp, or some future fantasy where everything finally aligns. Real freedom is internal. It's not about escaping pain. It's about no longer being owned by it. It's the moment you stop needing life to behave, and you start showing up exactly as you are. No armor, no scripts, no exit strategy. You become free the moment you realize you don't need to fix every thought. You don't need to control every outcome. You don't need to harden your heart just to survive another day. Thoughts come, cool, let them. Emotions rise, welcome. Let them dance and leave. Chaos erupts around you, stay rooted. Let the storm howl. You've got something deeper now, stillness. Stillness isn't passive, it's not numb. It's the fierce clarity of being untouchable, not because nothing hurts, but because you know who you are beneath the noise. You stop grabbing at happiness like it's a balloon about to float away. You become the sky, vast, present, undisturbed. And from there, even the wildest life starts to feel like poetry. So say it, not as a wish, but as a truth. I am free, no matter what. Say it when your plans collapse, when your fears get loud, when nothing makes sense. Say it, not because the world is safe, but because you finally are. That's it, that's the work. You don't chase freedom, you remember it. You stop forgetting who you've been all along. You made it, not just through this video, but through your own noise. And now you know the voice isn't you, the fear isn't you, the weight you've been dragging, optional. You are the space beneath it all, the stillness watching the storm, the one who finally remembers what freedom tastes like. But don't get romantic, this isn't a mic drop, it's a daily choice. Every morning you'll have to decide again, do I spiral or do I watch? Do I clench or do I let go? You won't always get it right. You're human, not an enlightened cucumber. But you'll get better, softer, stronger, freer. If your nervous system sighed at least once during this video, hit like before your brain talks you out of it. Subscribe if you want more poetic punches to the ego. Share this with that one friend who's clearly fighting 12 inner wars and calling it just tired. See you soon on one of my journeys. Your old pal, quietly showing up when you least expect it. Shower breakdowns, midnight doubts, or cereal at 2 a.m.